Okay, so welcome back to SwitchCorner. Another Saturday, another breakdown of our favourite Switch eShop deals. In this video, we don't concern ourselves with budget. This can be from the very cheapest to those AAA steals. If you're a bit more budget minded, I'd say check out our Thursday edition, where we exclusively look at 10 deals under $10 or of course your local currency. I'll link that one at the end of this video. Also, as we go today, we're going to be announcing our winners of the two $10 eShop gift cards from last week's video. But this week, again, we're going to make this a weekly thing basically. We're doing it again. All you need to do, comment below and let me know what custom Switch or accessory you would like to see. For me, I want a Mega Man console basically. I want the screen done, I want the dock done, I want the joycons, I want the full works. I think it could be absolutely stunning. With that though, hit subscribe, join our growing family. Over 1,000 of you have done just that in the last month. It's insane to me. I couldn't appreciate it more. And yeah, let's get started. So all these deals, they should be live for the rest of this coming week at least. If not though, I will let you know. As always then, check the lower left corner to see if it is available in your region. First up though, let's go big with two games on sale in the same series. The first one, it's Fate Extella Umbral Star. Originally releasing on the Vita, it's an action hack and slash much like the Dynasty Warrior series. Here you can expect things though to take a futuristic and fantasy turn. The idea is simple, take down as many enemies as possible with chains of attacks and use specials. It's brainless fun, but it's an addictive formula as you work to take control of the map. It runs perfectly on the Switch though. For its age, it still looks great, and it's a very decent 60% discount, making this one a good jumping in point. Played that one, or you just want to jump directly to the the more recent release, then check out Fate Extella Link. While it's not quite the same discount, it's still decent, coming in with 40% off. Expect, I will say, very little new coming to the table. Honestly, it's a more of the same kind of release here. But I will say I like the new roster, multiplayer is introduced, and yeah, the visuals, they take a slight step up. Both of these games combined, they can easily get you close to, if not over, the 100 hours of gameplay mark II, so value, it's definitely high if you're a fan. Next up then, we get Alien Isolation, only available till April 30th. I'd say get in on this deal now. I mentioned this one when it was exclusive to the UK EU eShops. Now though, it's making its way to the US, and it's just a masterpiece of an experience, and one every Alien fan should own, and that's why I'm talking about it again. Expect stealth action, a terrifying alien pursuing you, and then a great story taking place between the first and second movie. This one, you're actually taking on the role of Amanda Ripley, exploring a space station that's got the black box from the Nostromo. If you're a fan of the movies, you'll know what I'm talking about, but yeah, 30% off. Buy it if you like some horror. With that, let's talk our first winner. Thanks to everyone who did share the games they want to see come to the Switch. And our first comment, it's coming from RoboDude2829, who wants Red Dead and Just Cause. I don't blame him, honestly. Huge open worlds and just great games overall. My email, it's in the description below, so yeah, just drop me a quick message. We'll get the code on the way to you. Second winner coming up later after a few more games. Next up, Overcooked 2, and if you're looking for a party title, very few can touch this one. I really do like it, solo or with up to 4 players co-op. The kitchens here, they're basically separated and they change constantly from the relatively normal looking to the insane, where you find yourself, sailing down a river, let's say. Work together though to chop, cook and combine food, and it just gets really intense, honestly, as you'll be screaming orders at each other as you try to get these plates out in time. On top of that then, the story mode, you can expect arcade, online, and yeah, it's just a great time that you will for sure, not only get your money's worth, but it's going to get you talking and just laughing, smiling, screaming, every emotion with this one. It was already worth its asking price, and now 40% off makes it even sweeter. So with first-person shooters getting stronger on the Switch, one I see that's often overlooked, Bulletstorm Duke of Switch Edition, and this is arcade shooting at its very finest. It was released originally back on the PS3 and 360 in like 2011, and if ever a shooter was suited to the portability the Switch offers, it's this one, dropping realism for just some good old over-the-top action. Here it's a remaster where we even now see the inclusion of Duke Nukem for anyone old enough to remember the character in his heyday. Land on an alien planet though, kill everything in sight, and then it's all complemented with the expected adult sense of humour. It's for sure not for kids. Gameplay strong though, great level and enemy design, all the DLC, a score system that's just based on how good you look killing someone, and it runs really well. I loved every second with this, and it's a great port. No multiplayer at all though, just so you know. So our cheapest game on today's list then, Tiny Metal. Controversy aside, and Google that if you want to know more, this is a great little Advance Wars like. It's a turn-based strategy game where you take over a squadron of troops, and as you progress you'll be buying new units and upgrades until you take the enemy out on each map. Ground troops, vehicles, buildings, there's a lot to like here, combined with some great colourful cartoon-like visuals. You're gonna get easily well over 10 hours of gameplay just from the single player experience. It works perfectly on the Switch. The overall story arc then is a lot of fun as well, and it even actually received a patch recently adding online multiplayer, which I'm sure is going to pick up now with this price drop of 50% off. If you do enjoy it then as well, look out for the sequel that's already on the Switch as well, Tiny Metal Full Metal Rumble. Beat 'em up fans, this one's for you. Under Night in Birth EXE Light Clear or something like that. But you know what, the name isn't, but the game is a masterpiece. I reviewed this one over on the channel, I'll link that video at the end. This is up there though for me with BlazBlue Central Fiction as one of the very best fighters on the console. The price to me was always fair, but now it's 30% off, making it just an absolute steal. It was never even priced too high to begin with because it's just so content rich. A great arcade mode, online play, a huge story that's actually a visual novel, no fighting there, challenges, trainings, a huge roster of characters, and then a very nice visual style and kick-ass soundtrack. This one, if you do like fighters, or even you just want to tackle that huge visual novel element, do yourself a favour, add it to your collection immediately. If you've never heard of it, you've never played it, I would say take the risk here. So next up, the Spirit Hunter series, kicking off with the first game, Deathmark. Now visual novel fans and horror fans, you may want to sit up and take note here. It's got a 60% discount and it makes it well worth it. The idea is simple, you wake up with a mark on your arm and this mark you discover will kill you in a matter of days. Simple enough story, but it's the execution that's so good. Now I did mention visual novel because there is a whole lot of talking in this, but it's then combined with first person exploration and investigative moments that just elevate this whole game. This for me is up there as one of the best alongside games like AI The Somnium Files. Gruesome, truly scary, great music, lots of ways to interact, and then the hand-drawn visuals, just incredibly creepy. I really did enjoy this one. I've run through it twice now myself because it does have multiple endings. I even own it on both the Vita and the Switch. I'd suggest leaving the lights on though, this one gets under your skin for sure. Next up then, the sequel, NG. Every week I include a game I haven't played personally, but I will be picking up. This is this week's choice. I was holding off to find a physical copy, but 50% off here. It's just too big to ignore, so I'm going to finally jump in. From my understanding though, this is a completely standalone tale, meaning you can jump straight in, but it seems to basically be more the same honestly, with maybe a few updates, like the visuals have changed just very slightly. Overall though, look, it's more of the same here, and that's fine with me, combining that visual novel with the decision making and first person, almost like exploration and investigative moments. I'm psyched to finally jump in, and from what I've seen visually, for me, it looks even creepier. So again, horror fans, this may be the one for you. So before we do get into our last two picks of the week, let's talk winners, and our second winner today for the eShop gift card, it's a comment coming from Nathan Carbon. This was a popular choice amongst everyone who commented, but I'd totally be down for seeing the Mass Effect trilogy make its way to the Switch. It may just be the perfect home, and damn, that game was just too good. So our last two games of the week, and first up we've got Wild Guns. This game is amazing. I picked it up personally, physically when it first came out, but this is absolutely worth every bit of the price they are asking with this deep 50% drop. It's simple but addictive, tasking you to take down your foes in the Wild West, which yes, even includes some aliens that have invaded. Craziness for sure, but the gameplay's solid as you work on single screen environments to dodge attacks while, yeah, shooting at the enemies ahead of you. A respectable upgrade for a series that originated on the SNES. It's a whole lot of fun, it's harder than it looks, and I just smiled from beginning to end, and I've been back now at this point so many times. It was so very close to being my number one pick of the week. In fact, that was until I saw Ghostbusters. A truly stunning piece of work. I'm saying buy this one now at 60% off. Like Alien Isolation earlier in this list today, I feel like this is the game fans of the movies they've always wanted. Here you'll find yourself joining the team as a member, but expect to see all of your favourites, expect to see the actors returning to voice their characters, expect to see some of your favourite enemies. Everything a fan could ever want is in here. It's even written by the likes of Dan Aykroyd to give it a true link to the movies, and the passion just comes through so clearly. It's the movie, in my opinion, they never made, and a truly fun expansion of the universe. Jump in on this one quick, this deal expires on the 29th. And that's it, another week, another deals breakdown complete. Remember to check out our video from Thursday breaking down 10 under 10. Head to the channel for like the 4 reviews we dropped in this last week, including Naruto and MotoGP 20. Comment to win one of the 2 $10 eShop gift cards below. And then finally, hit subscribe. Join our growing family here at SwitchCorner. We truly do appreciate you all, and I'll see you all on the next video.